She doesn't even go here.
I'm bi, actually.
Excuse me. Could the ugly, untalented gays please report to the principal's office?
Hi, I'm Kurt Hummel, and I'll be auditioning for the role of kicker.
Hello! Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm your host, Luke.
And I'm your other host, Alicia.
This is Berlioz the cat in my chair behind me. He says hi. And today we have a lot of fun stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
This is our September recap, our October anticipation list, and our fall movie draft picks. So, for those who don't know what that last one is, basically, we have a little point system in place for the movies that release. And we're basically going to be betting on the movies that we think are going to do better than the others.
Yeah.
We'll get some more details into that as we get closer. But we'd
Yeah.
love to hear maybe you guys play along if you want to pick some movies with us.
Sure. Yeah,
So, before we get too deep in, vibe check.
Vibe check.
Alicia, how are the vibes today?
I'm excited. I edited a Marvel Rivals video that's coming later. Not when this episode's going to be out, so just wait a tiny bit. But it was a lot of editing, but I think it's going to pay off. I'm very excited for it. I'm excited for this video. We're hopefully filming a Marvel Zombies video soon, because I really want to talk about that. Yeah, don't know when that's going to come out, but, you know, it's probably going to come eventually. So, but I'm also excited for this discussion and the fall movie draft. I feel like this is really fun. I get why people do like a fantasy football thingy, although I like that there are less stakes. It's just like fun. And yeah, you just get bragging rights, I guess, but I'm much more comfortable with that than whatever they do for fantasy
For those
football.
keeping track, I won the last one. So, I'm going to be the reigning champ again. We're
Okay.
going to get this, Brad.
Sure. Hey, I'm not saying you're wrong, but that was a funny way to put it, and I don't know how to respond to that.
Okay.
I don't know how to move on.
And I'm doing great. That's my vibe. Great.
Okay, cool.
So, we're going to start off with our September recap. So, I wanted to start this out with describing the month of September in regards to movies in one word. Give me a word.
Roller coaster, I would say. If it wasn't for one battle after another, I would say some downhill, I guess, because it started really strong and then went downhill. But one battle after another was in the last week, and that was amazing. So I can't really say that. So I guess I'll just say roller coaster.
Yeah.
Variety.
I would say maybe like intense
Yeah, I can see
in
that.
regards to the types of movies coming out.
Yeah. There's a lot of I feel like horror films starting to come out, so
Or maybe bonding or like community is a good word.
yeah, I can see that. You know, for better or for worse. Hey, Gabby's Dollhouse also had that sense of
Lot of
community,
community
so
there.
there you go.
So
Yeah,
we
I
are
like that.
gonna start just kind of going down the weekends, and looking at what movies we watched and didn't watch, and give some kind of vague thoughts that we have about them. So
Yes.
our first weekend was September 5th. There were 4 releases that we have on our list. That was The Conjuring Last Rites, Hamilton was put into theaters, Highest to Lowest, and Twinless. And I think Highest to Lowest was a digital release.
Yeah, Apple TV Plus.
Right.
Spike Lee. Mhm.
So, I think both of us only saw The Conjuring Last Rites.
Yeah. Although we've both seen Hamilton, just
We've seen
not
Hamilton.
in theaters. I've seen the stage production
So have I.
once. Oh yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah. So, you know, we've had our experiences with Hamilton, just not in the re-release.
We were trying to see it, but it just didn't line up well. 'cause
Yeah. It just
I
had
think
really late
the
show
Emmys,
times.
The Emmys was
Yeah.
that weekend as well, so that was a whole thing to work around.
Yeah. Which that means the Emmys were worth it, but yeah. It still kind of stunk a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So, of the two we haven't seen, what are your thoughts on these, on Highest to Lowest and Twinless? What have you
You
kinda
know,
heard on them?
I haven't heard a crazy amount about either one of them. I've heard Twinless is fun, I guess, or like at least that the cast is fun. And then Highest to Lowest is a Spike Lee movie, and I love Spike Lee, so I would very much be down to see that at some point. I think we were going to. It's still on the list. We just never got to it because this month was so busy. We had stuff to do on weekends. We had a billion shows to watch. Like, it was just a lot going on, so we never got to it. But mayhaps. And now we're in our like DiCaprio movie phase, so we'll see. We'll see the next time. But
Shall see.
I do want to see it at some point this year, for sure.
I think that's doable.
We'll get to it at some point. Yeah. Anyways, what about you?
No. I will say I've heard nothing about Highest to Lowest.
I haven't, like, the content of the movie, I haven't heard anything. I've seen, like, it being advertised,
Mm-hmm.
but nothing about how good or bad it might be, like, what it's even about. Like, I have no
Twinless,
idea.
I remember when it was on like the film festival circuit, and I
Mhm.
remember people raving about it back then.
Yeah.
So
I like the
I'm very
concept.
excited to see it.
Because isn't it just, like, a support group for people who have lost their twin?
I think so.
Or are, like, in a bad place with their twin or something like that? Twinless, I mean,
Yeah.
for one reason or another. Yeah. It was a bitch.
But we did see The Conjuring Last Rites.
Yeah. We have a video on that if
We
you want
do.
to see that. We loved it. It was great. We ranked all of the Conjuring films in the entire universe.
Yeah,
of-
and this was high up for both of us, right?
I think it was number... Was it
It was
number
my
two?
number 2.
Mine as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Because then
yeah.
the original's got to be number 1. So.
And then box office wise, it's also doing really great. It actually just got into the top 10. I want to say it's at number 9 right now for
That's
highest grossing
awesome.
movies of the year. Of the ones that we've seen, anyways. I think it might
Okay.
be actually number 10 if you account for. Or no, actually, with Neza 2
Yeah, I
and
was thinking that too. What else have we not seen?
Demon.
Oh, Demon Slayer. Yeah, that's already
So
at
it
like
might be at 11
600
actually
million.
if you account for those two.
Yeah, very
Interesting.
true.
But either way, I think Hamilton being released in theaters,
Very fun.
super fun event.
I saw a lot of videos of other people, you know, singing and dancing and dressing up as Hamilton and all the things.
Yeah,
So
the supposed finale of the Conjuring verse movies. We have award circuit movie that people loved, and then a Spike Lee movie on.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Digital.
I don't know. Spike Lee has been in and out of awards. He's certainly a known name. I don't know if that one will be acknowledged or not. Just also because I haven't heard anything of it, but we'll see. We'll see.
I will say, I think awards wise, it feels like a bit of a slow year in regards to the number of movies in those conversations.
Mm-hmm. And I've been thinking about I need to make a list of like my personal nominations, like so far.
Yeah,
I really need to keep
maybe
up
we
with
should both
that.
make that listen
But
and offer it to
at some
video
point.
at some point. That'd be
Mhm.
fun.
Yeah,
But I think that is a great start to the movie. To
Yeah.
the month.
yeah, I
A
agree.
lot going on.
Yeah.
Next weekend, we had on September 12th,
Mm-hmm.
The Long Walk and Downton Abbey.
Long live Downton Abbey!
Amen to that.
Oh my god, I'm so happy to never see that trailer again. Although I will say when they extend it and it has that answer, like that one I feel like felt like
That's
more of a movie
a solid trailer.
Yeah, I agree. Haven't seen the show, didn't see the movie. Probably won't for a really long time because there's so many seasons.
And I want to say I think Demon Slayer came out this weekend as well.
Oh, okay. I thought it came out the 19th, but it might have came out the 12th. I don't even know. Because I haven't seen that show either. That's a show?
Yes.
Right, yeah. Because I haven't seen that, so I didn't see the movie either. But
But that movie is doing really well in theaters.
Yeah.
I remember that weekend that had the most theaters because it was split between subbed and dubbed,
Yeah.
which
Mhm.
great
Which
for
is
that
awesome.
movie.
Yeah.
I will say, I'm on a little bit of a selfish note. I feel really bad for The Long Walk coming out that weekend because I think it deserved more space.
Yeah. No,
Like,
but
I think if that and Downton Abbey came out the same weekend, I would have
Mhm.
felt a lot better about it.
What do you mean?
Like, I think I would have felt really great about The Long Walk if it came out just with Downton Abbey.
Oh, and not Demon Slayer as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree, but I do still think I saw it being talked about a lot. I hope those
Yes.
conversations keep going all the way to the Oscars. We shall see. It is Stephen King, so that's not nothing. Especially if it's a good adaptation.
I don't
so
know if
we'll
the
see.
awards if Stephen King's movies have done awards super well.
Well, I mean, it has some, like the Shawshank Redemption,
Shawshank, Green Mile, I think.
Green Mile, like,
So-
it's got
but
some.
I don't think it's a
some-
draw for awards. I think this is warranting a lot of
don't know.
conversations, and I think they're going to show up a lot on people's short lists. I just
Yeah.
would love to see them get some nominations there.
Yeah.
And that was September 12th. On to September 18th. We had the digital release of Aztec Batman: Clash of Empires.
Mm-hmm.
I actually watched this today.
Mm-hmm. How was it?
It
I haven't seen it.
interesting. I will say I really wish that the animation worked a little better for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I felt like I was watching more of a low budget TV show.
Mm.
Like for some reason my brain kept going to like, what is it? Pop Topic?
Pop Tropica?
No, not Pop Topic. It's the the educational videos with the robot and the guy explaining a bunch of different subjects.
I know exactly.
Pop
what
Brain?
you're- Brain Pop? I don't know.
It's
I know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
though. I just don't remember
the
the name.
animation's kind of giving like a slightly better version of that.
Okay.
The concept and designs I really like, and the adaptation to why it works in that time period I think is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think the build up is really slow, and it's like you see this like Aztec civilization be like, hey, these people are coming in with all of these like new weapons and stuff. Do we think something's bad's gonna happen?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, for like wait a good bit too long.
Okay.
But whenever like the third act, it goes, and whenever he gets like the Batman Aztec suit, that slaps.
Okay. Cool. Speaking of Batman, I've been watching Young Justice, and I knew to believe in him because I was like, they do something with him where I'm like, no, I don't think he would do that. And then he had something up his sleeve. I'm trying to be vague for those who have not seen the show.
In the latest season?
And three, I guess,
Okay.
since I already held it up. I was trying to be vague, but anyways. Yeah. And I knew to believe in him. I was like, that's out of character. And then it was. And I was like, I knew it.
Lock it.
I knew it. I trusted him, and I knew better. So, there you go.
Sure.
I was very happy to find that out today. I'm almost done with season 3. I'm really trying to finish that so I can get to the Emmy, like, discussed shows, like The Traitors and Hacks and all the other things. So, making way.
September 19th.
Oh, sorry, but we also have a video on The Long Walk if you want to
Yes,
see it.
yes, we do.
Yeah.
September 19th. We didn't do any videos for these movies. We had
Mhm. Intentionally.
him, A Big Bold Beautiful Journey, and Steve on Netflix. I feel like I was told what that was, but I've completely forgotten.
Yes. I also think Steve has a US release on Netflix October 3rd, but I think it released somewhere else this month.
Interesting.
So I don't think it's on our Netflix, but it might be on some. Because then I was looking up other movies today and saw that, and I was like, wait, I thought that was September, and then it said US. So I was like, oh, okay. So
Goofy.
just for people who want to look out for
Good
that
to
one.
know.
Yeah.
So, let's start with him.
So we didn't do a video on this because we both kind of agreed we could sum this up pretty quickly, and we didn't care to expand on it. I would say him, for me, visually, I really enjoyed like the production design and the cinematography personally. And then I think the main two guys did a good job. And other than that, I think it has some pretty uninspired ideas, and it doesn't flesh them out in an interesting way either. I think it's just gory and hard to watch and doesn't do anything interesting with that, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, it certainly found interesting ways to make me feel uncomfortable, I guess, but it's not really my cup of tea to just go see a movie just to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So
I think uncomfortableness as like a movie tactic, you need to be very intentional with it.
yeah.
Or else it's just off-putting and weird.
Yeah. I feel like maybe a really good example of this, I don't know about really good, but a example of this is like Shutter Island. Very different kind of uncomfortableness, but we just watched that yesterday. And I feel like you get very suspicious vibes the whole movie, and I'm not going to say too much, but I feel like they do that in such an intentional way, and it works really well for what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
So, unlike this movie.
I would
it's
even
just-
compare this to like an actual Jordan Peele film, like Get Out.
Mhm.
Like that does uncomfortable very well for
Very
a
well,
great
very
reason.
intentionally, yeah, absolutely. So, I
Yeah,
totally agree.
I agree with most of your points, except cinematography ain't even a get for me either.
I don't know, man. I like.
I like the set design. I give you that. I think everything looks
Yeah.
good, but I think the shot design I hate as well.
I think it's because if you watch the film, there's several times throughout the film where they do like almost like an X-ray kind of shot.
You see it in the trailer.
Yeah. So, but that personally did not bother me. But if that bothers,
bothers
if
me
it
a-
bothered you in the trailer, it happens a lot in the movie.
It bothers
so.
me a lot just because it's not even doing anything. They just like use it to like pad time, and it's not that scary. I'd say there's like one moment in the movie that's like actually like, oh my gosh, what's happening? And it's like not even related to like the big like evil or like main point of the story.
I don't know.
But I don't know.
What can you
Overall,
do?
very disappointing. But it's disappointing, and I went in with low expectations. So
Yeah. And then the other movie that came out that weekend was A Big Bold Beautiful Journey, and I will say I liked that one better for sure. Although it wasn't a super super high bar, but I did keep thinking that I wanted it to be a musical, and it wasn't. Because there was one scene, it was my favorite scene in the whole movie, where they were basically in a musical, and I loved it. And then, but none of the rest of the movies like that. I liked some ideas. I think they were played out okay. I think the main two actors were doing their best, and I even enjoyed them, I would say. But there's not much else to that. I guess the use of color, I think, was beautiful
I
in
think
this
it's
film.
a very cinematic movie. I think the
Yeah.
shots in this movie stunning.
Yeah, I think it reminded me a little bit of like West Side Story, the most recent version. They also, I feel like, use color really well in certain scenes of that film, like I Feel Pretty and I forgot the specific title, but when they're singing about America.
In America.
Yeah. Is that just what it's called? Okay. I'm overthinking things. Anyways. That's such a beautiful scene. Anyways, moving on. Anything else from you?
I enjoyed it basically exactly the amount I thought I would. And I would say my biggest problem is it feels like it was missing a plot point or two to like complete itself.
Okay.
Like it feels like we missed a door or two on their journey before it ended.
I agree. I agree with that. Yeah.
Like it feels like it like built up, kind of stopped, was like and then ended. Like it feels like we didn't get the full arc.
You know, and it wasn't that long too. Like they definitely could have added a couple more scenes.
Yeah,
Like,
and I was vibing with it.
yeah. Anyways.
The next one we have is September 26th, which was this last weekend.
We saw
With-
all three movies that came out.
Yep, that is One Battle After
Unfortunately.
Another, Gabby's Dollhouse, and The Strangers Chapter 2.
Yes. So we have a video out to this morning as we're filming. It's already out, whatever, at the time that we're filming. Anyways, for One Battle After Another, and then not for the other two. For sure. For sure. I will say for Gabby's Dollhouse, I don't want to hate too much because I know, like, it's so clearly not really made for my age group. And I'm not just saying that because it's, like, partially animated. Like, it so obviously just isn't. So it is hard to judge it knowing that. I will say, like, if you have kids, it's really cute and it has a sweet message. And, you know, there are some movies, even this year, that do, like, a dual, like, animation live action combination. And I feel like this one It's probably my favorite of the year, unless I'm forgetting anything. I'm really just only thinking of like Smurfs as the other option that does that. And
Right.
this was better. I enjoyed this better than
Smurfs,
Smurfs.
for sure.
So, yeah.
And I will say I always love me some Kate McKinnon.
Yeah.
And she's hilarious in this movie as well.
Yeah. So, anyways.
And some fun ideas, I think, for kids'
Yeah.
entertainment. My biggest, I think, valid gripe with this movie, in context of what it is as a film, is that even though it's made by DreamWorks, or at least with DreamWorks, it doesn't have that like family movie aspect that people really expect from DreamWorks movies. And I have to wonder if that's going to work out for them.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, because you watch, How to Train Your Dragon, and that is a movie that anyone in the family can enjoy,
yeah,
regardless
yeah.
of age.
I
This is a
can
movie
see.
that does not care about the parents being there at all.
Yeah. I mean, it might not be insufferable for some parents, but it might be insufferable for some parents. Like, the good movies with some jokes that you don't get, adult jokes, until you're older. This does not have that. This is like definitely just for kids.
Yeah, but
So,
I don't
yeah.
know. I'm trying to think. I feel like even like within like Disney context, like even though there's not like a ton of those jokes that go completely over your head, I think there's still like an amount of like story quality that goes into them that it's entertaining to watch,
Yeah.
regardless of age.
Yeah.
It feels like this is almost like a very extended Dora the Explorer episode,
Yeah. I agree.
which is what they're
Anytime
trying to
she
do.
talked to us and asked us a question, I was like, get out of my face. I can't.
Okay,
I can't.
that's not
Same
what we
with
do
Dora.
here.
I loved Dora as a kid, and now as an adult, she creeps me out. I can't do it. Stop talking to me. Why are you talking to me? Anyways.
I will say I loved it anytime Kate McKinnon's character was like, who are you talking to?
Because that's literally me. I loved that as well. Like, I get it. Who are you talking to? Not me. Talk to somebody else. Anyways.
And then The Strangers, Chapter 2. The sequel to the sequel.
This is like genuinely not even a movie. For at least half of this movie, nothing actually happens. And I just feel so bad for the main actress. I don't know her full name. I know it's Madeline something.
Madeline Hirsch, I think is
Hirsch?
something
know.
close to that.
She was great in Riverdale, the amount that I watched, and she really, really tries here. They just give her nothing to do. But the same
give her
thing
great
over
nails.
and over and over again. Oh, they give her perfectly manicured, shiny nails, even though she just had a murder attempt on her, and that's where the movie picks up. And then the whole movie, she's continuing to be hunted and going through all these crazy things, and she never chips a nail, ever. Even her hair, like, half the time looks like she got a blowout. And then maybe they throw some leaves in her hair to be like, see, like, it's dirty. It's not that, it's not that pretty.
Growth.
I'm like, and you have her crying the whole movie. I'm like, how dehydrated was she during this filming process? Because I know she had to cry a lot for nearly every scene, it felt like.
It's very weird.
It was so bad. And then, unfortunately, there is a post-credit scene that teases another movie, and I'm not excited for it, so.
And another big thing that I think just proves that the talent, like the creators behind this movie, are just so out of the loop, is that you have a franchise called The Strangers, and you're trying to give us backstory on them. And it would be one thing if it was, like, compelling in the slightest or done well in literally any single aspect.
Yeah.
But it's something that no one wanted, and you're not doing it good at all.
No, it's
And
not
so you're like
interesting
taking
whatsoever.
away like the whole point of this franchise, which is that you don't know who's going after you.
It's not even like these people as kids, you don't know why they're connected at all. You don't know why they're as psychopathic as they are. If I use that word correctly, I don't even know. You don't know anything about why they are. They're just showing you how they were as kids. And I'm like, okay, why?
So why are we
wasting-
still doing this?
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Why did this start? Why did this continue? Why were you not thrown in like juvie or something? Maybe you were. I have no idea. They didn't bother telling us. So,
Those aspects just feel like clips
know.
that like for the longest time they were like no, like someone really wanted to film that and they did, and then they were like, but we don't need this in the movie. We're gonna cut this out. And then like a week before it released, they were like, "Oh, our movie's too short. What do we throw in here?"
Yeah.
And it's like, "Hey, I filmed all of these things with these kids," and it's like, good enough.
No,
It almost feels like it's from like another movie.
Yes, it literally feels like chapter 1 and chapter 2 were supposed to be like a one long movie, except chapter 2 is mainly clips that they were gonna cut.
That's so true, actually.
So don't see it. Don't waste your money. If you like really, really, really love the franchise and want to see it, like just trust me, wait for digital. Like please don't spend your money on this.
Man, I would say
Wait for
And I
streaming.
really like the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would say, I don't even think you should like unless the third one is like any better. Like, don't see this one. I would even
No.
maybe say just skip to the third one, regardless of how good that one is. If
Yeah.
that one's watchable.
No, yeah, actually just like wait for Wikipedia to update the plot summary and then read it and you're good. Like that, trust me, you'll have a better
They
experience.
also replay a lot of the stuff that happened in the first movie. So probably at the beginning of the third chapter, they'll replay all of the things you need, the few things that actually happened that were important
Yeah.
in the second one.
Mm. Crazy. Anyways,
So
that's all.
those are the movies that we watched. I think
You know, mostly I would say I have good memories. I feel like, well, I don't know about mostly. The Long Walk and like One Battle After Another and Conjuring were really good.
yeah, I think there's a great collection of movies here that are getting bogged down by some really bad ones.
Yeah. Like it's such a wild month. That's why I said roller coaster. It really is just really
Whew.
good and really bad movies and not much in between.
Absolutely. So I want to go ahead and jump into ranking these movies that we've watched this month.
So, okay.
So I've watched one more than you.
Yes.
So I will get started on my first one.
You should do the first two.
My first two.
I already have my number 7 written down.
Okay.
Do. And then, yeah. I did not watch a lot of movies this month, I will say. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't see Highest to Lowest and I need to see Aztec Batman. I've just been so tunneled vision into watching Young Justice anytime I have a minute or two. Because I love that show, but I really want to finish that show to get to other shows.
Okay.
But anyways.
My number 8 and 7 is Strangers Chapter 2 and Him.
Yeah.
It's just, and let me say, Strangers Chapter 2, the worst movie I've seen all year. And
Oh.
ladies and gentlemen, that is saying something. You're doing so good.
You can really talk right now.
I can.
It'd be really
But I'm going to
fun
make
to
sure
do
everyone
that.
knows that you are struggling with that marker.
Aw, even after I didn't do that to you and you were writing, you're welcome. And then you didn't let me finish.
And then Him, I think I wasn't there for the idea, and then the execution was even worse than what I thought the idea was. It also, I think, is really interesting to advertise a horror movie about football that's so anti-football. I think it's a bold swing.
Yeah. See how toxic football is? Yeah, that's so true. Because I feel like for things like Black Swan and Whiplash, the things that I was hoping it would be like, it still doesn't make you have a bad view on band or ballet.
Dancing, yeah.
It's totally about the mentor. But I feel like this one it would kind of make people feel like football,
anti-football
a little
culture.
bit, yeah, or at least the movie I felt like kind of took that stance.
I completely agree.
So that's interesting point. Anyways, my number 6 is Gabby's Dollhouse. I guess I could have put him here, but I don't know.
Anyways.
No name, no name. I don't know. It just wasn't for me, and that's okay. And I think kids would love it, and I think that's great. There were many kids in our theater, and they were having a great time, and I'm so happy for them. So there you go. I can't really hate too much. Yeah.
My number 6 is Gabby's Dollhouse. Do you want the house tour? Let me take you to the first, second, third floor.
No, not of her. That song is really sexual. Did you not know that?
What do you mean? She specifically says it's not a metaphor.
And Sabrina Carpenter's Liar. So
Oh my gosh! I'm sorry. Sorry, I believe women.
no, even Sabrina Carpenter would be like, no, babe, like, it's everything's a metaphor with her. Everything, she can lie through her teeth all she wants. Like she do be lying, so it's okay.
Okay.
Anyways,
Go.
my number 5 is him. I guess I could switch these two because, to be fair, Gabby's Dollhouse was not even trying to appeal to adults. So with what it was trying to do, I think it was more successful than him. But I don't know, man. I know you don't like the visuals, but I really like the visuals, and I held on to that. So I'm sorry.
No, apologize more. Okay, my number 5, I have Aztec Batman, Clash of Empires. I love all of the ideas so much, and I would say at least half of the execution is pretty solid. It's very interesting to see kind of when characters start becoming the characters that you recognize.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, it's not for a very long time. They also set up a potential sequel, which, gotta be honest, I'll be there for.
Sure.
I was also worried for this one after Ninja Batman, because I also went in thinking that was going to be really cool, and it was, I think, just a really, like, hilariously bad movie, and this one wasn't that. So it's
Okay.
it's fun. It's fun.
Sure. My number 4 is A Big Bold Beautiful Journey. I thought this one was cute. I wouldn't mind coming back to it someday. I just don't see myself in any sort of rush to do that. But I do love the 2 leads, and I love the use of color. So there you go. And the musical sequence. I think Colin Farrell should honestly do a musical at some point.
I feel like they both need to, like...
Oh my God! Wait. Even though I'm not a huge fan of the Penguin Show, they should do a musical episode just for.
No, I remember he
No,
has an
DC
umbrella
fans
for
are
a lot
like
of this movie, and I was like,
pitchforks.
crazy that he's already closer to Penguin than he is in that show. A little wild.
Anyways, hot takes.
But no, I think it would actually be fun if those two were recast again in like a musical together. I think it'd be
Yeah.
super fun.
Yeah.
My number 4 is also A Big Bold Beautiful Journey. You know who we didn't shout out here? Phoebe Waller-Bridge. She's hilarious in
hilarious.
a very small role.
Yeah.
But Queen, she ate. Fun surprise.
I'm taking too long to write this.
You are. You're
Okay.
a silly goof.
It's hard when I'm one-handed because of my microphone. I put my number 3, The Conjuring Last Rites. It was so good. These top 3 are like near perfect for me. Yeah, I really have no complaints. It was one of the best Conjuring movies I've seen. One of the best in the entire universe of movies. So go see that.
For sure.
Anyways.
I saw a tweet that stuck with me as like, I can't believe people are like clinging on to negative so hard, where someone was like, there was like a picture of the drying sheet shot from the first one where it's like the sheet gets released and then there's like the body like that it like gets caught on.
Right.
And someone was like, crazy that we went from that to creepy CGI face in this last one. I'm like, if that's your only takeaway from this movie, I'm so sorry that you hyperfixate on...
That's
like,
unfortunate for you when watching movies. Like,
Yeah.
enjoy things. I don't know. We shouldn't say that after hating on the Penguin, but whatever. It's
well,
okay.
but I have a lot of different issues with the Penguin. My thought
We
is
ha-
if
we
one
could,
thing
like, do a
ruins an
whole
entire
episode.
project for you, and
Yeah.
it's something... Especially if it's something that doesn't last all that long.
Yeah.
Like, there was...
Yeah.
Similar... Someone I knew who's like not into Marvel was talking about how there's a scene in Black Panther that just completely ruins the entire movie. And it's the scene where they're fighting as they're falling into the mine and like into like the train sequence. Admittedly, pretty horribly shot. A gorgeous, like,
Film otherwise.
beautifully
Yeah.
visually affected movie. Literally every other single shot. And in the shot that you're talking about, there's like 2, and they're like not even a minute long back to back.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine being like just being that hyper focused on such short parts of movies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
I'm glad
that's unfortunate.
I'm glad my brain doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, my number 3, Conjuring Last Rites. So fun. Love that this is like the beef between a ghost, like a demon, and Judy? Like, lifelong rivalry.
Yeah. Anytime they brought up Annabelle, her face is basically saying, "Don't talk about that bitch. we don't talk about her."
We don't talk
About
Bruno.
Annabelle.
We don't talk about Annie.
Ugh. Anyways, okay, so I did my number 2 and number 1 just because they're the last two. So my number 2 is One Battle After Another, and my number 1 is The Long Walk. I think it's completely valid to switch these as well. I honestly kind of had a hard time picking, but I did rate The Long Walk a little bit higher for whatever reason.
Interesting.
I don't know. I feel like I love these movies for two very different reasons. So, like, I love the script and the character work for The Long Walk, but the score and the camera work on One Battle After Another really stuck with me, and the themes. So, I don't know, just different things. But I think both movies are phenomenal. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I'm actually flipped. My number 2 is The Long Walk, and my number 1 is One Battle After Another.
I think that's so valid. Yeah.
And I think you're so valid. Cinema friends.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Barbie. That's really what's said in that movie. Not me, like, misquoting it. Anyways.
Yeah. So-
Fake feminist.
Probably, but...
Sorry.
That is our ranking. Let us know your ranking in the comments. We'd love to hear what you thought of the movies released this month.
I was so careful not to erase the line next to the numbers, and then I just totally did. Very recklessly.
You
R.I.P.
silly
to me.
goof.
Wah.
So the next part of our conversation is going to start talking about some of the shows we've been watching this month. So I wanted to start with the shows that are actually being released. So those shows that we are watching are Scooby-Doo. Ooh, Only Murders in the Building Season 4 is what's at the top. We've not started that.
Honestly, I haven't heard a single
I've
thing
not
about
heard
that.
anyone talk about it either.
Well, actually, that's a lie. I have heard people talk about Logan Lerman. As
I saw them
the love
talking
interest.
about him, but only before the season came out.
Okay, maybe that's what I saw. Yeah.
And I've not heard anything about it after the fact, and I think that's a pretty...
That's pretty
bad sign.
crazy. Yeah. So.
But dare I say,
well.
you can flag me from our Emmys video that I'm kind of saying, hey, I'm not saying it's time for the show to end, but maybe it's time for us to focus on some other shows that are doing really unique stuff that deserve to be recognized.
Yeah, unless it just takes a different direction. And, maybe we're just not seeing the discussion. I don't know.
No.
We'll see. We'll get to it at some
We
point.
will get to
So,
it. I'd imagine that's
yeah.
probably going to be our show after Alien.
Yeah, I agree.
But we'll get to that. I will say I'm not super... I don't know. I was going to maybe compare it to, like, The Bear Season 3, which I still haven't watched, but...
Season 4, you mean?
Yeah, Season 4 of The Bear.
Yeah.
But I don't think my connotation of it is as low as that.
Yeah, that's true. Because I feel like overall I disliked Season 3, and I feel like overall I still liked Season 3 of Only Murders in the Building, even if it had some bad parts and some problems.
Next up, we've also started watching Dancing with the Stars, Season 34.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about that a ton, except for probably episodes like this.
Yeah.
What are your impressions so far?
I'm really having fun with it. I feel like this is the first season where I don't currently dislike anyone. Any contestant on the show, at least. Now, I don't know the two ladies from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and one of them constantly refers to herself as the villain of the show. So, potentially problematic there. I don't know. But I haven't seen the show, so I have no thoughts on her from that. So, from the show, she seems fun, and so does the other one. And then, I seem to like everybody else so far.
It's crazy that we already know who's going to win.
I mean, probably, unless something crazy happens.
I don't know.
But
There's
I don't
going
know,
to be
man.
a huge upset if Robert Irwin doesn't win. That's going to really...
That's
if the
where
show
I'm at
actually
right now.
relies on audience votes, I fear there's no way.
Yeah, I agree. But I do love how many other talented contestants there are as well. I feel like he still is a pretty clear winner, at least this early on. But I don't know. We have a lot of contestants with some good potential. We have a lot of contestants that are already very, very talented. So I'm excited to keep seeing them, and I think it's going to be very, cutthroat in the next few weeks.
It's going to get really competitive after like the next week or two, because then it's going to be like, okay, cool.
All
you guys would have been
pretty
like
good people.
made it to the finals like
In any other season?
like the last like 10 years.
Yeah.
So I'm
totally
very excited
agree.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
And I think that's all there is to be said.
Yeah.
We've also started Gen V season 2.
You know, I will say I feel like both of us were feeling pretty bad about the show when watching the first episode, but then I kept seeing things about the next two, so I kind of encouraged us to keep watching, and I'm glad that we did, because I feel like it like immediately got better. I will say someone brought up a point that was kind of in the back of my mind in the first few episodes, and it's the fact that just like slight spoilers, I guess. Kate keeps bringing up the fact that like what they are doing to her and never acknowledging what she has done to them to build that mistrust. And I do think it's reminding me of like stuff from The Summer I Turned Pretty, where it's like, you can have a character that's delusional like this, but everyone else can't also be delusional. So I do want them to acknowledge the hypocriticalness of Kate, that is Kate, at some point, especially if they're gonna become friends again or whatever they might be doing. Yeah, I totally agree with that point. It was like in the back of my mind, but then someone acknowledged it, and I was like, yeah. I'm actually glad you said that, because
The first episode is like such a bad episode, but then it gets back into the swing of where we left off this show pretty quickly.
Yeah.
The first episode I think reminds me a lot of what I hated about the last season of The Boys.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to go back into it, and for the show to kind of confirm, yes, we can still talk about these topics and talk about how horrible the world is right now, but still do it in a way where you can still watch the show and enjoy it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's weird to see that they are capable of it and then just weren't able to do that on The Boys. For me.
Yeah, I really hope that they. I wonder if part of their hesitation is just like they don't know, because clearly Homelander's supposed to be like Trump, or any sort of like horrible fascist human being, but I feel like maybe they're hesitant because they don't know exactly how they would defeat someone like that, because it is really hard to do that when the entire world, it's so manipulative everywhere.
Well, but you have people working in the Black Shadow government to do stuff like this, and not to mention it doesn't help that there's been like 3 solid times that if they actually wanted to kill him, they easily could have. They just were like, oh no, we have to do this instead now. And I'm like, no! Season 3 of The Boys is almost perfect until the last episode where they're like, wait a minute, no, we can't kill Homelander. We have to kill Soldier Boy instead. And I'm like,
no, actually you don't.
You don't. And this is a what?
No.
Anyways.
When you have basically like an unkillable god in front of you, but you actually figure out a way to kill him, you do that first, and everything else is next level priority. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, and I just hope he dies at the end of season 5, because if he doesn't, then, and they want to continue that, I can't. I just can't. I can't take it anymore. I'm tired of seeing him. I can't do it.
I will say, before I watched The Boys, I always had like a weird infliction of the show where I'm like, I see so much stuff where you're like making fun about how all other studios run their like superhero franchises.
Yeah.
And like, oh, they drag things out. They do crazy exploitive and like clearly surface level things with it. Mm-hmm. But then, like, specifically in the idea of, like, look at all these spin-offs we're having. And it's like, cool, can't wait for The Boys Mexico Season 1 to happen. Or the prequel series of the old 7.
Yeah.
Like, I fear The Boys team is losing the plot.
Yeah, and, you know, it's not even that I'm necessarily, like, upset about the spin-offs. It's just you can't sit there and, like, make fun of that and then do that exact thing.
Have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, exactly. So just like admit that spinoffs are okay and they're very normal, and then do something interesting with them. I don't know.
And I think Gen V, like season 1, I think does that amazingly.
I agree.
I think we stumbled a lot with that start, but we found our footing with season 2. So
yeah.
it's interesting.
So nice.
We also watched Marvel's Zombies, the 4-episode season, and that was a lot of fun.
It was. I really liked that show. Like, really liked that show. So, I really want a season 2. We'll see. I do hate where they left it off. Especially because it's so short. Like, it didn't need to be that short. Just do, like, 8 episodes.
I feel like if I was more... I feel very similar to the way I think I felt about Ironheart season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm like, if I thought there was, like, even, like, a 50-50 chance of us getting a season 2,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'd like this ending a lot more. But now, because it's such not a given that this is going to get a season 2, I feel like this is a horrible place to end this.
Yeah.
For the time being. Because it's possibly the last thing we'll see of it.
Yeah.
And I wish... And this has been done for a while. I would say... I'm pretty sure it's been done since Marvel took its pause to, like, slow down its stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So... I mean, I guess they just didn't have time to learn their lesson with it yet, but...
It's just... It's things like seeing Shang-Chi again and realizing what we've been missing out on, aka a sequel, for so many years, and then seeing how awesome Blade was and how they're having so many problems with that movie. I'm like... It sticks out like a sore thumb. It really does. Every time you're like, they're awesome. Oh wait, they don't have their shit together. So who knows when we're gonna see these guys
as
again?
someone who enjoys Phase 4 a lot more than most people, this is like what Phase 5 should have been like.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard because I know you want to expand your universe, but you can do that and also not take like 5+ years for sequels. So.
You gotta expand in chunks and like grow off of the things you're expanding.
Yeah. Or like that's what animation is for. Like they bring together so many heroes here because they can. Because you don't have to have all your animated shows like in universe. And they don't. But I just wish they would utilize that more if they wanted to really expand the universe. Versus like movies and all these other things. And then you're never going to see them for the next half decade. So.
Yeah, that's a great point.
I don't know. I mean, I'm glad we're going to see Shang-Chi and Doomsday, but am I?
He needs a sequel.
Am I? I don't know. I'm scared for that movie. So, anyways.
Something you didn't put on here are that we are also in the middle... Oh, we're still watching. We did some weird stuff with this outline.
Sorry.
We also are currently watching Peacemaker, which is a very fun ride. I will say... I remember we were behind on this show.
Oh, no. It's because I did the ones that debuted in September versus the ones we're, like, still watching, which I didn't... Yeah. Wait, I think I got all of them. Yeah, I did. Cool.
But Peacemaker, there's a huge reveal that just happened, which is, you know, if maybe a tad predictable, still done very well.
Yeah. I think that's, like, most people's consensus is, like, yeah, everybody knew it was coming, but it was still awesome.
But they still managed to make it
revealed really well. Yeah. You were like, oh, my God. You're like, no, wait. No, I was saying... No, I can't say it because it's a spoiler. I'm sorry.
But
anyways.
We will have an episode on Peacemaker Season 2 when it releases, also sharing our thoughts on Peacemaker Season 1.
Yeah.
So we'll get more in detail there, but overall, it is a very fun weekly show to come back to.
Yeah, I agree.
Then we're also watching Alien Earth, which we will also give its own episode to, but...
Gosh, we're behind on that. But
I'm
still, like, not in the mood to watch it. I can't. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not enjoying it. I think it's each episode really long and it drains me after. We've only been able to watch like one episode at a time. We have 2 left. We've had 2 left for like a week and I just can't. I want to watch other things.
It's a pretty brutal watch. I'm so happy for the people who like are really enjoying it. Mm-hmm. And I think there's interesting elements here, but it's like balancing, I think, too many things that should be their own focal point. Mm-hmm. That it's all just like,
or at least it's not expanding on those ideas in an interesting way, or at least fast enough. Yeah,
absolutely.
So
bizarre.
Anyways,
I would say ultimately aggressively underwhelming.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's like, oh, that's cool, but it's like 30 minutes of very slow build before and after.
Yeah. Ooh, I wonder if it's like... No, not really. I was going to say something about, like, some episodes of Andor being like that, but that's more like a season as a whole rather than scenes within an episode. Mm-hmm. So, anyways.
Yeah, and I would say, even though I wasn't as into most of the episodes of Andor as much as other people, I think there's still a solid difference between this show and my takes on Andor.
Yeah, because Andor had like half the season, I would say, I really loved. This one, it's like select scenes.
For sure.
That does not equal out at all. So.
Outside of things that have been releasing, I have been watching Abbott Elementary. Mm-hmm. We've been watching that together. You've been rewatching it, so we can catch up to the season releasing here in October. Mm-hmm. That has been so fun. I would say probably the best show I've been watching this month.
Yeah.
So great.
So good.
Such great characters, and it's such an interesting way to like have such new ideas for each episode. So great. So fun.
It's very realistic too. Like other than the fact that they're like in the teacher's lounge so much during the day, that's the most unrealistic part, I would say. Mm-hmm. But when they talk about like classroom struggles and like district struggles and all those things, like those are such real conversations. It like blows my mind. Like I want to know the research that went into this. Like was someone like a substitute for like a year just to gather like notes and the drama and the tea? It actually feels like that. So yeah. Props to them.
We also finished Wednesday this month. We have a whole episode up on that.
Right.
Season 2 dropped here in this month, and I think there was a lot of great stuff going on there. Mm-hmm. Some excellent stuff.
Absolutely.
Some stuff I was watching more on my own was I've officially watched all of The Amazing World of Gumball, old show and the new season that they just dropped.
Okay.
Very fun. I just like cartoons, and that's one that's very memorable from my childhood.
Yeah.
If I get into another one, I next want to do Adventure Time. Mm-hmm. Because so many great memories, and I know there's so much lore to that one.
Yeah.
That I can just remember from like when I watched that as a kid. Mm-hmm. And I know like adults still adore it, so I'm excited to eventually get into that. I'm gonna give it a break because there's some more relevant stuff to be watching right now. Mm-hmm. But super excited to get into that.
Yeah.
I also went ahead and started watching a show called English Teacher.
Yeah.
It gives a lot of Abbott Elementary vibes, but gayer. And I love it. Mm-hmm. I would say there are 2 episodes, and it's such a quick watch. There's 8 episodes, and they're 30-minute episodes.
Yeah.
Such a quick watch, so lovable. I would say there's 2 episodes in season 1 that are just a bit heavy-handed politically. Even though their stances I ultimately agree with, I feel there's like... And it's weird because the character, I would say similar to Abbott Elementary, the main character is a lot, and that's like a very purposeful choice. Mm-hmm. But it feels like the episode as a whole takes stances very aggressively, and it takes me out a little bit. But
I want to watch
still
that
super fun.
Point.
And season 2, I think has also released this last month. So you got to catch up.
Yeah, I do. Well, I'm watching The Traitors first. I'm like so ready to watch The Traitors. You don't even understand.
But that was super fun. That was I was surprised at how much I loved that.
Yeah.
And I think, did you watch anything else of note?
Just Young Justice, like I mentioned.
Dang.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so next up, if you want to start keeping track, we're doing 15 minutes of back and forth.
No, we didn't do our like previously released September movies.
You're so right. Okay. So now we're going to rank our non-releases from the month that we enjoyed.
Oh,
cool.
I saw that from the corner of my eye.
Okay. Just in case I worded this horribly when I just said it, these are the movies that we watched in this last month that weren't released this month.
Yeah, for our first time watching them.
Yes.
Yeah, so it doesn't count if you've seen the movie before or if the movie released this specific month of this specific year. So,
I'm going to put a caveat into this one. The Roses would make this list, but it was like by a couple days that it wasn't in this month.
Interesting. I had that clocked on my Letterboxd as this month.
We watched it this month, but it released last month.
Yeah, so that counts.
But-
Still? Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure,
Yeah.
fine. I'll
It
include
wasn't on this. Hey, it wasn't released this month. So it technically counts. Maybe I'm only saying that because I only had 6 movies on this list
And
to
you're
rank.
doing all 6?
Yes, I'm doing all 6.
Interesting. I actually can't even remember how many of these we saw together, so...
Well, we should
We'll start with 6.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm peeking. I'm sorry. Number 6, I put Night Always Comes because it was really
Man, you really didn't watch any movies this
No,
year.
that's what I'm saying. It really was so bad. Vanessa Kirby, I love you so much. You deserve better.
Yeah.
Anyways.
My number 5, I have Death Becomes Her. I finally watched it.
Cool.
It's you know what it is?
Yeah.
Meryl Streep does great in it. I forget her name,
Heard.
but the other actress. Such a great pair. A really interesting take on immortality, and some very interesting themes that I didn't expect. The lead up was a little slow for me, and I didn't super love. It has like a fat shaming vibe towards the beginning that I didn't love, but it gets out of that pretty quick.
Okay.
Whenever it gets into its main swing, it's very fun.
Yeah. Okay. My number 5 is Bring Her Back. This is not my favorite. I do think there were some interesting visuals. What is her name? Sally Hawkins? I love her. And I love some of the other like child performances. I think they do a pretty good job. I would like to see them again. That's about it. I don't really think it does much more interesting things outside of that, in my personal opinion. So, anyways.
On that note, Bring Her Back is my number 6. If I wasn't putting the Roses in this, it would be my number 5. I don't know. It really sticks with me. It makes some very graphic choices. There's one scene in particular that just like nails on a chalkboard is stuck in my head.
Yep.
But
me
I
too.
don't know. Ultimately, I enjoy it. I think it's maybe, I don't know if tastefully is the right word, but it feels like it's not completely done for shock value, as some movies, like I would say, like Terrifier is very like, oh, look at all this gore.
Yeah.
I appreciate that it all feels very artful still.
Yeah.
My number 4, I have The Roses. Oh, so fun.
Interesting. That's low. You must have forgotten one then. Don't worry. You'll remember when I say it.
To be fair,
next.
like these movies, love them so much.
Oh, well, you're doing your top 5, so you've seen more than that.
I have like
Cool,
at least 20 on my list.
Whoa.
I watched. I think I'm at
Never
28
mind, then.
movies this month, as of today.
Dang, not me.
So yeah, The Roses, super loved the chemistry, the set, the performances, the comedy. It was all just so, it was so done well. That was really uneloquently put, but I loved it so much. It's one of my favorite movies of this year. I just didn't watch it in its month. So good job, Roses.
My number 4 might be a hot take, is Pet Sematary. I've seen people really liking this film, and I don't know what it is. I just felt like it wasn't my favorite. Maybe if I watched this on the big screen, I could maybe appreciate some stuff more. I don't know. I mean, it was okay.
How are you gonna get killed by a baby?
I love that letterbox review. No. I mean, I read the book and I wasn't that scared, and I wasn't that scared here either, I feel like. So,
Yeah, it feels like the visuals weren't up to par with where they were at. And and I agree. Someone put a note that it's like I don't feel like someone lost their kid in these performances.
Well, and it's just irritating because how are you going to live right next to that dangerous road and not watch your kids better? There's multiple times in the film where they almost lose their kid. It's not. So I'm just it's hard for me to like see how that could happen. I'm like, no. Watch your kids if you live by that road. I don't know.
No.
That's ridiculous.
There's
And
a
some
lot
of those trucks as well. I'm like, I feel like you should also pay better attention, but at least they kind of have the excuse of they're typically like super overworked and they don't know those roads like 100% or not all of them would. So at least they have some excuse.
And then there's the nonchalant ghost in there, like, hey,
But also like
I'm haunting you, I guess.
the mayor or somebody in that town needs to put like a speed limit sign. And if there was one, I don't remember them telling us that.
They definitely didn't show it.
So, yeah, those are my thoughts. Anyways. Oh, and even knowing what the Pet Cemetery does, I would totally still put my cats there. I'm okay dying by my
Are you
cats.
kidding? It might fix Roxy.
Yeah, it actually might, because she's already like post cemetery, so maybe she would be like pre-cemetery in a weird way.
Well put.
Anyways.
My number 3, we watched Shutter Island for the first time.
Yeah.
In our last episode, we ranked Leonardo DiCaprio films. That night, we were like, hey, so do we want to watch one of these movies? We picked Shutter Island. I knew the twist going into it, but still watching it beforehand, I feel like if you didn't know the twist, you would like need to rewatch. I would need to rewatch it and be like, so what does this look like now knowing what I know?
Yeah.
And knowing that going in, it's still an amazing journey. I didn't know all of the twists, and I'm being so vague. If you haven't seen this movie, make a point to watch it.
Yeah.
It is my favorite Martin Scorsese movie. I think it is criminally underrated because how was this not on the award circuit?
Yeah.
For at least like adapted screenplay. Oh, so good, so great, such a fun time.
So my number 3, I really love my top 3. I don't know. My number 3 is The Life of Chuck. I don't know if I would say I loved this movie, but I liked this movie. I think I gave it like 3.5 stars out of 5, something like that. I liked this movie. I'm glad we saw it. We didn't get to see it when it first came out, so yeah, it was very different than I thought it would be, but it was a fun time, and it's not a very long movie, so. There you go.
My number 2, I have The Life of Chuck, and let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of maybe my favorite movies, like, ever. I really loved it.
Yeah.
It's so like life affirming, and I love those types of movies, and I love the way it it's a story in reverse, but like in telling it in reverse, you learn more about the stuff you've already seen in a really interesting way, and I love it. It's
Sure.
I don't know. It's so personal, but still like super, like, huge and like relatable and like abstract. It's I don't know. I really like it.
Yeah.
So great. So great.
So I'm gonna do my top 2. So my number 2 is Shutter Island, and my number 1 is The Roses. I love both of these movies. These are very, very. I think they're like half a star apart, or they might be the same rated for me. But I adored The Roses. So, and I also really liked Shutter Island. We're hoping to maybe see another DiCaprio film today. We'll see. But yeah, it was a very fun one to start off our potential like whatever you want to call it, series of
Our
watches.
DiCaprio-
However
our
long
DiCaprathon.
we keep that going. Yeah, however long we do that. So yeah, very fun.
And my number 1, I watched, and this is another movie where like I technically have probably seen this. Like I think I watched this in like music class in elementary school. But my first thorough watch of it, of The Sound of Music.
You saw The Sound of Music? When?
Yeah, I watched it on my computer. Not justice, but still.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
And you know, that goes to show
we
how
used to
good
be
it
a
is.
society that just could not stand Nazis.
Yeah.
And you know
Can we
what?
go back to that? That would be really nice.
Where like even when someone is unlikable and like needs to be punched in the face, that person still would kill a Nazi unapologetically.
Yeah.
And you know what?
We need more of that
Let's
energy.
go back to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, I watched so many great movies. And the songs, iconic. I think the set, iconic. The chemistry, iconic.
Period. Anyways.
The nuns. Anyways.
Perhaps we should do 10 minutes of questions. I think we could try to do like rapid fire.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Like just a pretty quick answer.
Alrighty, you watching the clock?
Yes.
Okay. What the hell are my questions? No, where'd they go?
I have one.
Go for it.
Who is your favorite main character?
My favorite main character. And this is just of the new releases, right?
New releases, yes.
I'm gonna say our main character from The Long Walk. I forgot his name. Pete's friend.
Eek, I forgot his name too.
But
Are you talking about Cooper Hoffman?
Cooper Hoffman's character, yes.
Okay, I'm talking about the other one. And I'm forgetting his actor's name too.
But that's Pete.
But Pete, yes. So that's mine.
Okay.
You ready?
What movie surprised you the most?
Probably One Battle After Another. I was pretty skeptical going into that film because I do think the trailer was pretty bad, or at least inaccurate to what the movie was. So I was very, very thoroughly surprised.
I was also that is my
in a
answer
great
as well.
way. Yeah.
Same exact answer. Okay.
Okay, who's your favorite? I'll just say like love interest, side character, or villain. We can split those up if we need to as well.
I want to split them up. Let's do. I like love interest. Some might say Pete.
I mean, yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna say it's between Margot Robbie's character or the fiance from Last Rites.
So true. I'll pick.
And I'm gonna go with the one from Last Rites.
Okay, then I'll go with Margot Robbie then, because I was also thinking
one of
those.
What a ride or die, and what a showcase that you're a ride or die in this family.
Oh, honestly, yeah, for real, like no other.
Like we need a scene with like Tyler and the Addams family in that with that energy.
Yeah.
Or whoever Wednesday ends up with. Maybe it's Enid.
Yeah,
Go for
we
it.
need somebody.
But we need a scene like that to show that they're on top of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit best sidekick. I'll just bounce right off of that. Is there anything?
I should say no. I feel like Benicio del Toro's character in One Battle After Another.
That's a great.
Yes. I feel like I won the draft. Anyways,
I'm gonna say.
even though you're allowed to pick the same one, but whatever.
I'm going to choose to pick another one.
Yeah, typically.
I'm gonna say Pete counts as also a main character, so I don't think he's fitting in that category. I'm gonna go with Aztec Batman's Catwoman.
Per.
And she's like based off of like a panther goddess.
Okay.
Love
that for her.
Okay, your turn.
Favorite villain.
Favorite villain? I'm gonna go with the three mirror ghosts from The Conjuring. If I had to pick one, the old lady.
Okay. I'm very, very clearly gonna pick Lockjaw. I think he's very like well done, and I feel like he's a uniquely done villain. He's like a loser, you know? And I feel like that's almost refreshing to see. So, yeah.
Or my second answer, the creatives behind The Strangers Chapter 2.
Oh God, you're so right. That's the best answer.
Okay. Who do you think? What was the scariest movie?
Gabby's Dollhouse. No, The Conjuring Last Rites got me several times. Like, me and Cole, when we saw that, we're, like, covering our eyes a lot. Me more than him, but, like, yeah, it got me several places. It was my first, like, Conjuring movie on a big screen, so it was right there. I couldn't escape it. So,
No,
there you go.
I'm agreeing with that one.
Yeah. I guess I would ask what your biggest letdown of this month is, but I already know.
Oh,
So,
it's
I mean,
it's absolutely the Strangers.
yeah. So I'll ask, what's the most underrated movie?
Oh, underrated? Okay, I feel like The Long Walk, I wish it was doing better at the box office, but I think it's still getting the conversation it deserves. I wish people were giving a little bit more leniency to A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey.
That was gonna be my answer as well.
I think it deserves a little bit more grace. It's not super ambitious, but it's also, it's not
cute.
trying to. It's a fun time.
Yeah.
What outfit or what movie do you think has the best costumes?
Ooh, okay. Okay, let me think about this. Gabby's Dollhouse.
Honestly?
Honestly, that's not a bad answer.
Like-
it was kind of fun.
Kate
I
McKinnon's
might say
costumes
that.
are like
I might
right
actually
there,
say
actually. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, for what it was, yeah, let's
I'm
do
gonna
it.
go with that one as well.
Yeah. What's the most overrated movie?
Ooh,
September.
Is that even
Is
fair?
there one? Like, I don't know.
I'm gonna say I don't think we hated on him enough as a society.
I was also gonna say that. Part of me wants to say The Strangers just because nobody's talking about it enough to hate on it, but I need people to like not watch this movie, so I don't mind that. So yeah, I would also say him, just because I feel like
I would say him from the capacity that I think there's things to learn from this movie to like not repeat. Whereas I
Yeah.
think if you watch The Strangers, there's like nothing to take away from it other than they took my money, I guess.
yeah. Oh, I'm out of questions, so go ahead.
Okay.
You have fun. We have 4
absolutely.
minutes.
What do you think is the most cinematic movie?
Ooh. Probably One Battle After Another? Or A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey.
I think they do a lot of interesting stuff with the shots in One Battle After Another. But if we're talking solely like how the frames on screen look, I gotta go Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. I think they do a lot of really fun stuff with the color.
Yeah, I agree. Visually stunning.
Absolutely.
But also shout out The Long Walk as well.
For sure. Like, I think that and One Battle After Another have the same, very similar vibe where it's not trying to be crazy cinematic.
Yeah.
But it works really well within what they're doing, and the shots are all really interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
Best score.
One Battle After Another, easily. Honestly, I think that's going to be pretty hard to beat at the Oscars, I would say. From my perspective right now. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
I agree. Although, I don't know. I think it's a
we'll
great year
see.
for movie scores. Some of them are super memorable.
Yeah. I'm going to, like, shoot my nose.
Don't do that. What's a
It's
movie you
annoying me.
missed that you wanted to watch the most?
Highest to lowest, for sure.
Huh.
I mean, I guess I would say Hamilton for the experience, but I've seen that before, so highest to lowest.
I'm gonna say Twinless just because I couldn't tell you for the life of me what Highest to Lowest is about.
Yeah.
What is? And we're going a little out of the box here. What is one of your favorite episodes that you've watched of a TV show?
Ooh, I like that question. Okay. We've seen probably one of the Marvel Zombie ones. But which one? I don't know. Probably one of the last ones. Any of them, honestly, would be a good pick for me.
I think of those
3 or 4.
I think the first episode really works for me.
Interesting. Yeah. I've seen some people kind of hating on that, so I don't agree, but
I don't know. I feel like if
Yeah.
I was to pinpoint a part, like I think it gets a little weaker in the second half.
okay.
And
I
think
like
it starts
the
super
episode.
strong.
I don't remember if it was 2 or 3, but when Wanda is introduced.
3.
Okay. Yes. And that's all I'm going to say on that.
Like,
So there you go.
each episode has really great premises, but I feel like the earlier ones like follow through with it more, and then I feel like both episodes 3 and 4 kind of lose their momentum towards the end.
Okay. One more minute, probably one more question.
Okay.
It's okay. If you don't have any, we can move on. Whatever.
None of my questions are really great, so let's just move on.
Okay.
Wait, no, I'm gonna say best script.
Oh, One Battle. Oh, no. The Long Walk. I have to do The Long Walk. I have to.
And I'm gonna go One Battle After Another.
Okay. And I think that's also a really good answer. So, yeah.
So those are our questions. So now moving on to our October releases.
We have actually a lot this
There
month.
are a good amount.
At
So
least 2 weekends in particular. So
October 3rd, and I will say I don't know some.
I
of
can help with
these.
some of these. Yeah.
Steve is back.
Yes. Apparently, it's releasing on Netflix in the U.S. October 3rd. So
Okay.
we'll see with
we,
Cillian Murphy.
we have The Rock's Smashing Machine.
I'm excited for that.
We have The Lost Bus.
That one is with, I think it's Ethan Hawke and some woman we know. I don't remember who the woman was though. It's an Apple TV Plus release, I believe, and it's about, I think, like these people who have a school bus full of children and there's a fire in California and I think they have to get them out. Something like that. I might be totally wrong, but I know it's something where they have to like get a bus like out somewhere.
Very 911 of that.
So yeah, I guess they maybe they'll go to space.
Next we have Taylor Swift's The Life of a Showgirl. Do we have any idea what that's even going to be like?
Yes. So it's a music video for I think The Fate of Ophelia.
Okay.
I guess her lead single. And then the behind the scenes of that and the making of the album. And I think that's it. It's pretty short. It's like an hour and a half. So
Interesting.
I don't know, man. This is like the first time I've ever seen her do something like this.
I feel like it's the first time we've seen an artist do something like this. This is crazy.
And just like she did with the Eras Tour movie, she kind of went around the studios and just went directly to the theaters. So I think that's interesting.
That's very interesting. We talked about Steve, and then Good Boy is coming out, and I'm very interested to see what the reception on that is.
Yeah. If you don't know, it's a movie about a dog's perspective of a horror.
It's like a haunting
situation,
movie.
I guess.
It's like a ghost movie, but from the perspective of a dog.
Yeah. I'm open to seeing it.
Absolutely. It reminds me of like Presence, which came out earlier this year. I haven't seen it, but like the idea of it, of like a ghost story from like a different perspective. And I still really want to watch Presence.
Yeah. We'll see.
The next weekend we have October 10th. We have Tron, Ares, and Roofman. Just watched the Tron movies to catch up to Ares. The first Tron movie is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's a little funnier than I expected it to be. Tron Legacy, that kind of rips.
Yeah.
Like if their de-aging technology was like better, it would be like one of the best movies of that year.
Yeah, I agree. So, I don't know how to feel about Tron Ares. It's like perfect except for the fact that Jared Leto's in it.
Well, correction, now there's also Mr. Beast in it.
Yeah. But I can ignore him. I can't ignore Jared Leto. Like, he's going to be all over that film. So, yeah, I'm really interested to see how that affects the ratings, but more so the box office. Like, are people not going to see it because of Jared Leto? I don't know if I'd go that far.
I don't think Morbius was entirely on his shoulders. I think
that was a horrible movie. And I feel like people didn't really want to see it in the first place.
Sure. So
I don't
I'm interested
know.
to see what his draw actually is.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We'll see.
Very interesting.
Roofman I'm very excited for. I think it looks fun.
Roofman, I think it goes back to me just like not being necessarily a hater of Channing Tatum, but just never being excited to see Channing Tatum.
I think he's
He's
really
proven me
funny.
wrong at least 2 times, but I feel he always has to earn my trust in a movie.
Interesting. I don't know. I feel like I've just always had fun with him, and I never expect the movie to be super serious. Just kind of like, I don't know. And sometimes that's refreshing, I will say.
Mm.
I don't know, man.
But either way, those will be out. October 17th, a lot going on here. We have The Black Phone 2. So excited for. After the Hunt.
I'm very curious to see if we get to watch that.
We have Pets on a Train.
I hope so.
Movie of the year?
I haven't heard much about that, but I know it's animated, and that's that.
I've seen the poster for it. Good Fortune, I don't know.
That you do. That's the one with Keanu Reeves as the angel.
That looks great.
And then there's a movie called The Mastermind with Josh O'Connor. Don't know much else about it, but I thought I'd put it on our radar since it's Josh O'Connor and we love him.
Sure.
So there you go.
October 24th, we have Springsteen.
I think that's a
And
longer
that's Jeremy
name,
Allen
but
White.
yes, and Jeremy Strong.
Jeremy Strong.
They had a picture together, and on Twitter they said something along the lines of, like, I can't believe Jeremy's out serving him this hard. But then it took me a minute because I didn't realize at first that both of their names were Jeremy, and I was like, wait a second. Like, my brain glitched a little bit when I kept going back and forth, and then I was like, wait, that's the joke. That's the joke. So there you go.
And Regretting You. I feel like that's a very interesting weekend.
I feel like that's some pretty decent counter programming, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. And I feel like it would be easy to dismiss Regretting You, because obviously it's a Colleen Hoover movie, and I feel like people are kind of making fun of her. Rightfully so. She's done some problematic things, and written some problematic books. However, I think people view these movies as if they're not going to do well, and I think they still are. I mean, It Ends With Us still did really well, and despite all the publicity of everybody suing each other afterwards, I mean, that it's getting people to pay attention to it. So, not good for the actors, but
And I will say the cast here, I think,
well,
is really strong.
yeah, absolutely. I have not read that book, so I can't speak on the content of if it has problematic stuff in it. Honestly, if it's with her track record, probably, but you can't see that in the trailer. So I think the average audience member won't know going into it. So I still think that's going to do pretty well, actually.
I don't think so. And then the only Halloween release on October 31st is Begonia.
Why do I know that one?
I've heard people talk about it, but I don't remember what it's about.
Right. It's the Emma Stone movie where they think she's like an alien and she's bald. They're like interrogating her. Have you seen that clip?
I have not.
She looks like she's going through it in this
Fascinating.
film.
So if you had to pick a movie you're most excited about.
Probably After the Hunt, actually, I'm going to say. Because I love Julia Roberts. I love the main three. Even though I know I'm not going to like Andrew Garfield's character and might not like Julia Roberts' character, I've seen movies where Julia Roberts' character is not the nicest girl. But she's just so compelling as an actress, and I'm so excited to see her.
Do you think this is on like a bigger comeback for her?
I don't know. The last
I
thing
would love to see more of her.
The last newest release I think I've seen from her is the rom-com she did with George Clooney. I forgot what it was called,
I
though.
forgot about that.
But that one was fun.
Ticket to Paradise. Did we see that together? Because
I don't remember. I feel like I want to say
but I loved
yes,
it.
but me too. I thought it was really fun. So I'm excited. I wonder if any of the three are gonna get maybe some Oscar talk. I haven't heard of any.
I've heard people don't like it.
Oh, so maybe perhaps not. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still here for it. I hope it's better than people are saying, but we'll see.
I'll give it its chance.
Yeah, me too.
I would say The Black Phone 2, which is crazy.
I need to rewatch the first one because I didn't like it nearly as much as everyone else did. So I want to rewatch that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still super excited for the second one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm open to it. It is interesting because I can see where the pitch is coming from, but I still don't know if I'm necessarily going to love this one. I think it's going to be entertaining for 2 hours or whatever, but I'm not completely sold that I'm going to love it. So we'll see.
And then I'm also ready to be just completely blown away by Tron Ares visuals. Tron Legacy, I think, is such a gorgeous movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm so ready to see the technology step up in this one. Yeah. Oh, so excited. Shows that are releasing, we have Abbott Elementary Season 4. We're going to hopefully catch up to that, hopefully pretty quick.
Yeah.
Monsters Ed Gein. Or Gein. I will say I'm more excited for this one than I was for watching the Lyle and Eric Menendez story. So, doing a series about serial killers based on an actual serial killer.
Yeah.
So,
We shall see.
911 Season 9. I know you're going to eat that up. You'll have to tell us all about it.
Eat it up.
Choke it down.
Yeah. Season 8 was pretty rough for me. And I started watching the show because I
Brace
thought...
for impact.
I thought Buck and Eddie were... I saw so many edits of them and I hadn't even seen the show. So I was like, oh my god, these guys have hella chemistry. Like I'm going to watch this show. And then to my surprise, when I get to like season 8, and I'm like, why are they not together yet? And then they never get together. And I'm like, I was baited. This is queer baiting. This is the definition of queer baiting. It actually is. I can't. Especially when one of the actors like has been campaigning for them to get together. Like he's like, yeah, I want it to happen too, guys. And then they kill off one of my favorite characters.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so not excited for this season, but I will be watching because I'm too far into it.
Nobody wants this. Season 2 is coming out, so that means we got to watch the first season. I got to watch the first season. You're going to rewatch it with me because you're nice.
Yeah, well, and also I need to see if I like it more than the first time.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe I will.
And then Welcome to Derry. I think there's so much opportunity for this show.
I'm so
I don't even think I've
excited.
I've seen the trailer one time, but nothing's really sticking for me. But either way,
I'm
hopefully-
still intrigued. I still hope it's going to be good.
If I never saw a trailer, I'd still at least watch the first episode.
Yeah, me too.
I hope it works for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think there's a lot of stuff going on this month, which is very exciting. I will say, I wish there was maybe more horror going on. There's one horror movie releasing all of October.
It's crazy.
And then the weekend after, we're or maybe it's 2 weeks. No, it's all the way in December is when we're getting Five Nights at Freddy's. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wild.
I don't know. The October 31st spot was wide open, but whatever. Maybe historically it doesn't do well on Halloween. I don't know. But it does seem to feel like they avoid it like the plague.
The weekend before Halloween was when Five Nights at Freddy's released, I think. And that is
did
one
well.
of the most... that's one of Blumhouse's most profitable movies.
Yeah, well, and every other holiday weekend does super well, so I can't imagine why that would be an exception. But I don't know, man. Maybe they know something I don't. I don't know.
Alrighty, that brings us down to our winter movie draft list picks.
Yeah, I guess I don't need this.
Yeah,
But anyways.
I'm making this on my phone. So, we have gone ahead. Let me start from the beginning. So,
Okay.
for those who were not watching our first movie draft, there are 5 different categories that these movies can be earning points on. I'm stroking out, man.
That's okay.
That is going to be box office. It will earn 1 point for every 50 million it makes.
Oh God. Oh God. That's crazy. Anyways.
Wild. For every 50 million a movie makes, it gets 1 point. For every 0.5 on the IMDb score, it gets a point. For every level
5%.
down from an A plus
okay.
on Cinema Score, it loses 2 points of 20. It starts at 20 and it goes down for every rating lower.
2 points each.
Yes.
Lower spot.
And then on Rotten Tomato audience and critic score, it is 1 point for every 5%.
Each.
Yes.
So yeah.
So
there you
that
go.
if a movie makes $1 billion and gets perfect scores on all of the other 4, it can make 100 points. However, that being said, the last 2 Avatar movies that have released in that point system have made over 100 points in this system.
Because it makes so much over $1 billion. So we've gone about it a different way this time around.
So
Try to make it a little bit more fair, I
Yes,
guess.
to bounce
maybe.
it out a little bit. This will be a learning curve to see if
yeah.
we need to do that.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see how that goes, but we've agreed to the rules this go around.
Yeah.
So whoever picks the Avatar Fire and Ash movie.
It was pretty agreed upon that whoever gets first pick was going to pick that. So.
Yep. So
Yeah.
they are going to be picking one less movie. And then the next person is going to have the next 2 pick of movies.
Yes. So whoever gets Avatar, they'll only get a total of 7 movies. The other person will get 8. The person who gets Avatar, they got picked first, so they'll pick Avatar, and then the person who goes second will pick their first 2 out of 8 picks, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does.
Hope it does. Either
It
way,
does to our
we'll see.
minds, but anyway, maybe you'll see as we unfold.
So we did do a random roll to see who goes first. And it is me, the reigning champ of the Not So Straight movie draft. So
I love that. Yeah.
That means I get Avatar,
Yeah.
Fire, and Ash. For those who don't know, I guess we didn't actually say, these are all movies. We're allowed to pick any movie that is released between October 1st and December 31st. We're counting the money that gets made after the fact, all the way through the box office completion of all of these movies. Obviously, at some point, we'll kind of know when it's wrapping up. And we will kind of tally up everything and kind of be able to share how we're going each week. It's a very fun thing. It was super exciting to do this over the summer. And I can't wait to get started on this even just next weekend.
Yes.
Okay.
So our first round we did, I think, like June 1st through like the middle of August.
Yes.
Middle of August. And then we just kind of had to wait it out until the box office stopped accumulating. Same thing here, except it's going to be October 1st through December 31st.
Yes,
So
that's 3
you
whole
won't
months.
hear who wins probably until next year, which is weird
Probably
to say.
a good way until like
January,
the end
of January
February.
at least. Yeah. So I mean, we'll like update, but
I'm sure at some point we'll figure out.
yeah, you won't hear a for sure winner until at least like next year.
Maybe. My thought is also it could get just so overwhelming that we know.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to see.
Because most of the points get accumulated with the scores off the bat, and then the box office just offers some fluctuation there. Depending on how good these movies go, I would say especially Avatar. There's some variation there. So
We shall see.
so I have my first pick. You get the next 2.
My first 2 picks are Zootopia 2 and Wicked for Good.
2. Again.
I do feel like I'm pretty confident in Wicked for Good. Zootopia 2, I am still pretty confident, but I will say they have had, Disney the last few years have had hit or misses with their sequels. However, Inside Out 2 was really good and got really great reception and did really well in the box office. Really, really well. Moana 2 did not have great reception, but still did really well. So I'm kind of hoping that either way, critics-wise, it'll still do well in the box office, because the first movie hit $1 billion, which might surprise some people, but it did. So there you go. So we shall see.
Absolutely.
And both movies are coming out around the Thanksgiving time, which also usually helps their box office. So yeah, we shall see. I don't know.
My next pick, I'm going to go for Tron Ares.
Purr. I guess I should probably highlight. Just in case. Okay. My next pick is Predator Badlands. I honestly don't know how this movie's going to do, but it looks good, so I'm hopeful for it. So we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't bite me in the ass. I guess we'll see. I don't know. I don't know, but anyways.
My next one is going to be Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Purr.
I think there's potential for it to do I think it'll do at least as good as the first one.
Yeah.
I think it'll do pretty good, especially because it has all December to run.
Because isn't that like the first week of September or of December?
It's one of
One
the
or
first
two.
weekends. I want to say it's the first weekend of December.
I will say though, it has until Avatar. But then I mean that's also your pick. But it has until Avatar, and then like that's it for every other movie that's out. So,
But I would never vote. I would never bet against the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom.
And it's got a lead. It's got a good lead. So there you go.
Your fourth pick.
My fourth pick. I'm taking a little bit of a risk here.
Okay.
This one might bite me in the ass, not because of critic reception, except it depends on if it gets a wide enough release to get a cinema score. And I don't know, but this was highly, highly critically acclaimed, I guess. Yeah. I'm picking Sentimental Value. Do you know that film?
It sounds familiar. Remind me.
Because I think it was highly talked about at the Cannes film. Or Can. So we shall see.
It was really talked about at Raising Cane's.
I don't know if it's getting a wide release though, so that is the risk factor here.
Okay. I see you. You know what? I'm also gonna go for a risk. I think one of the riskier moves. I want to be Team Elizabeth Olsen. I'm gonna go Eternity.
Okay. I mean, I can't imagine this not getting a cinema score though, but I
don't know. I fear I could see it going either way.
I don't know. I hope not, because I want to see it.
I really want to.
So, okay, I'm gonna pick Marty Supreme, which is Timothée Chalamet's next big movie.
Okay.
Really hoping this is good. I feel like usually he picks good projects. At least projects that I like. I know people were hating on Wonka, but I loved Wonka.
Wonka was
so
great.
I'm hoping I'll at least like this. So even if something goes wrong with score-wise, I won't be too upset. Yeah, there you go.
My next pick is going to be The Black Phone 2.
Purr.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your sixth pick.
My sixth pick is The Smashing Machine. So I guess we'll know soon how that goes.
We will. I'm very interested to see if The Rock's go for an awards campaign is going to pay off. I feel like he has a lot to go against, as in his previous career.
I don't know. Like, people are still talking about it quite a lot. So, and I think somebody else is in the film that they're talking about a lot as well. Marty Supreme, they're already talking about, like, Gwyneth Paltrow. Apparently, I don't know how they're seeing it so early, but I've heard things about her performance and that she's likely going to get nominated for supporting actress.
I thought she was in Marty Supreme. Is she in both Marty Supreme and The Smashing Machine?
No, only Marty Supreme. I'm saying some other woman I've heard was talked about for Smashing Machine. I just can't remember who she is.
No, I remember. Is it Emily Blunt? I think it's Emily Blunt.
I think it's Emily Blunt. I was thinking that, but then I was thinking I didn't know if I was getting that mixed up because they were in a different movie together. The Jungle Cruise. But anyways.
Okay. So that was your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My number 5. Nope, my 6. Yes. Yes. My number 6, I'm going to go with The Running Man. More Stephen King, baby.
I'm excited for that film.
Pulling for you.
I feel like I'm missing one of yours.
Glenn Powell and... why am I blanking on his name? Norman Osborn, the guy from...
Coleman Domingo.
Coleman Domingo.
I'm so excited to see him in that movie, and I hope it's good.
Alrighty.
My 7th pick is Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere. I hope this is good. I don't know. I really don't know. But it has 2 good actors in it. And biopics, very hit or miss.
Indeed.
So we shall see. But I feel like typically they're like fairly highly rated and like they're popular people, so usually it gets a good audience. So at least I'll probably have that. I don't know. That was my thought process.
Okay. My last pick. My number 7. Oof, I'm going back on which one of these I want to go for. But I'm going to go for Mortal Kombat 2.
Ooh. Okay. Interesting, because didn't you say you didn't like the trailer?
Yes, I don't. But, Carl Urban is really popular in The Boys. People know him. And Mortal Kombat is a franchise, for sure. And I liked the last one. Even if it's not super accurate.
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen it nor played the game all that much. Well, I've never played the game. I've seen the game played.
I'd be really interested to see what
So,
you think about the movie. The way they adapt some of the characters are it's super cool.
Cool.
But yep, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully he'll change my mind about it, but
Yeah. My last pick is, I was really like, I don't know which one to pick. But I'm going to take a risk here, guys. I'm going to take a risk. This might be my Smurfs. I'm going to say Regretting You.
ooh.
I'm a little nervous about that one, guys. But I don't know. Sometimes the girlies show up when they're the audience. So, like, I'm really open. Especially, like, what's his face? Oh, I'm thinking of it so clearly, but I can't. It's not on my tongue. The hiccup guy.
Mm-hmm. Mason thing?
Yes, Mason
nice.
Thames. First of all, he's going to have a great October for that and the Black Phone. So his face is going to be relevant.
Everywhere.
And he was also just Hiccup. Like, his face was already
It's having a great
everywhere.
year.
McKenna Grace is also in that, but she's also going to be in Five Nights at Freddy's. And that trailer's been around, and obviously everybody knows her by now. And everybody, I feel like a lot of people know the other two older actors as well. So, I don't know, man. We'll see.
Yeah,
So, maybe once upon a time I would have tried to pick The Housemaid, but then the whole Sydney Sweeney thing happened, and I said, no,
Yeah.
I don't think so anymore.
How do we feel about some of these other ones that didn't get picked? I was between Mortal Kombat 2 and Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
See, I actually did not have that high on my list. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Because, and here's the thing. They haven't gotten great critic reception, especially the second one. But also they haven't made all that much. So I ultimately did not have it on my list for potential. It was right under, because I think we were going to pick a total of 15 movies. So it was number 16. So potentially it was like the next one up, but it was not possible on my list to be picked. So
I'm looking at what else we didn't pick.
Roofman didn't get picked. I think that one is either going to be. I feel like that one could be a sleeper win.
it could. I really think so too.
But I didn't want to bet on Channing.
I just didn't know. I really don't. But we shall see. Die My Love was another one. The Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson. But I wasn't sure if that one was going to get a wide release either. So I hope that one and A Sentimental Value does. But I don't know.
We'll see. If that doesn't get if Sentimental Value doesn't get a cinema score, that's gonna hit. Although I 1 and 2 of mine didn't get cinema scores, so
Maybe
There's
not.
something to be
Yeah,
said
maybe
about
it's
it.
not as. Yeah, I don't know. We shall see. SpongeBob didn't get picked, even though that's a pretty big franchise as well.
I'm very interested to see how it does. I haven't looked at any other because SpongeBob I think has had a couple movies in the past couple years. I don't, but I think that was pretty close to the pandemic that the last one came out. I'm very interested to see how SpongeBob performs as a franchise.
I don't know. I really, I couldn't tell you.
And no one picked Anaconda.
That was bottom of my list. That was the last one. That one, and then Silent Night, Deadly Night. To be fair, I haven't heard much about that one, but just by the posters, it didn't look like a film I would like, and I didn't want to pick it. Keeper was another one. I don't even remember looking that one up.
But that's the Osgood Perkins, right?
Right, but I didn't know, like, some of his are hit or miss
That's not a given.
too.
'Cause
So
his last
yeah,
ones were
The
Long
Monkey.
Legs and The Monkey. But those, I think they were profitable, but they didn't make a lot of money because they were just made very cheaply.
Yeah, and then The Housemaid. So
Oh, The Housemaid. So those are our draft
Picks for the winter movie draft. Let us know what you would pick, or play along with us. Pick some movies. If you pick Avatar, you have to pick one less movie. I'm very interested.
Yeah.
You picked the two I would have picked if I wasn't getting Avatar,
yeah,
and I'm very nervous. I feel like
I don't
those
know.
two.
They could also get me close to 2 billion together. as well.
I really think Zootopia has a really great shot at making $1 billion as well. So I fear
I don't know. And then Wicked, the first one did really well, and then the second one is just building off that hype. So I'm like,
I feel
give me
like
the rest of the way, but
feel-
I don't know.
You know what? I feel like if Wicked does really well, I hope that's going to start a precedent for filming movies back to back.
Yeah, me too.
Because a year-to-year release.
What a
is
great
not
way to
done
build
enough.
hype. Yeah, absolutely. So, especially when it's something like, I'm glad they believed in it because they should have. Like, that's a brand to believe in if, you know, you don't want to take risks. But, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So I think, let me look at these lists. Do I think this is pretty balanced? I feel like, I don't know.
I feel like what's funny enough, I feel like last time I picked a lot thinking only box office or mainly box office, and now I'm kind of flipping my strategy to what I feel like you did last time. But I also just don't know because I still have one more movie pick. So, but I don't know because Avatar, we've been talking about, is for sure going to make a lot of money. I think that's never been out of the question. It's more so just now that it hasn't had as big of a gap to build hype. Is that going to hurt it? I don't personally think it will. But it is going to be interesting.
Well, my thought is, I don't know if it's a given it's going to make $2 billion.
Yeah.
I'm interested
know.
to see what the decrease is here.
I feel like I'm just going to be surprised if it doesn't. But yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know. We're going to have to see. That one is at the very end of the year. So that one's going to be one of the last ones. If it's going to come in swinging and just take over,
That's why, I don't know. I fear it's maybe a little bit more of a risk than we're giving it credit for. Because it truly will just come in at the end. And I fear have to save me. Because I'll be too behind until that comes out.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's the big
crazy.
heavy hitter of the two behind. So we shall see. I'm so excited.
No, I'm so excited.
I think this is a good list of movies.
And we start being able to track it, just this next weekend with the
Smashing Machine.
Mm-hmm.
So
Is anything
you'll get
else coming out?
started. Then the next
that we
weekend,
can
I have
have on
one
our list?
my movies in. I have the next weekend. We both have the next weekend with.
Oh, you have two releasing the same weekend, and I have one as well. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a competition.
Oh my god.
We're robbing each other. Then we're against each other. Once again, I have one in the running with The Running Man. You have Predator Badlands and Central Mountain Tool Value coming out that same weekend. You're playing
Please
yourself.
get a wide release.
Neither of us got
We shall
the
see.
Now You See Me Keeper double feature. Wicked for Good is going on its own. Zootopia 2 and Eternity are coming out at the same time. I think the scores are going to be what I'm interested to see
Yeah.
on
I hope
those.
Eternity does well. It looks good, but I do still feel like there is potential that it could just not hit the mark. But I really hope it does because that looks like, if it's good, it looks like it's going to be really good.
I fear it's giving slightly better with the trailer than Big Bold Beautiful Journey for me. And I still love that trailer, but I wish it hit
True.
harder. I feel like this has to hit about where I was hoping Big Bold Beautiful Journey was going to hit.
Yeah. I don't know.
At least.
We'll see.
Oh, I'm pulling for you, Elizabeth Olsen.
I'm scared whoever she picks is going to be like the determining factor of whether people give this a good score or not.
Maybe.
Which is kind of lame because I feel like it should be more important than that. But
And you know what? Maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe there's... I'm hoping it's a lot more like art house filmy with it and like the... And it's not just like, oh my gosh, who did she choose? But it's... I don't know.
I hope it gives itself more credit than that.
Yeah, I hope it has more depth. And it looks like it has a lot of depth to it.
Yes. Yeah. So, cross
Pulling
my
for it.
fingers.
So excited.
Ah.
Okay, I think that's everything we had to cover today. Woo! So,
Excited.
I want to leave you guys with a question. Who would you bet on between our movie lists?
Just to
I don't know.
repeat those, because I actually don't know if we listed them out.
Okay.
So my list is Avatar: Fire and Ash, Tron: Ares, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Eternity, The Black Phone 2, The Running Man, and Mortal Kombat 2. A lot of sequels, actually. You, Alicia, have Zootopia 2, Wicked for Good, starting with 2 more sequels, Predator Badlands, Sentimental Value, Marty Supreme, The Smashing Machine, Springsteen,
A lot
Deliver
of
Me from
biopics
Nowhere,
for me.
and Regretting You.
Biopics, sequels, and a Colleen Hoover adaptation. So what a range!
Gosh, that's just
God.
girlhood right there.
I guess she needs to go to therapy. That's my advice to her. Like, some of her love stories, I'm like, I really hope you're not self-inserting here because, girl, you deserve better than this.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That is going to wrap it up for us today. Thank you so much for tuning in and hopefully playing along with us. I'm your host, Luke.
I'm your other host, Alicia.
And thank you so much for watching.
Not So Straight Nerds.
Bye.